Hello everybody, Epic Mewtwo here. Today we have a brand new Dokkan news video. I know one literally just got posted a couple minutes ago because your boy was slacking and didn't upload it until I got home from work. So I apologize about that. But as you can hear in the back, we got the boy Cave on here. Say hello.
Hey guys.
And I called him immediately. Like we were watching some kind of like a little bit of spooky video, kind of getting into the mood. And all of a sudden, I see a tweet from Dokkan, and I click it, and I'm like, oh, what's this? They finally did it. They had to do it to him, my boy. So sure, you can see by the title now, but as you can see by this tweet here, which I'm actually gonna favorite and retweet because that's the best thing I've ever seen this account tweet. The brand system is finally getting a filter for you to be able to find a certain kind of friend. Kami bless. Oh my gosh. This has been, needed for so long. So happy they're finally bringing it to the game. Let's take a look at what's actually happening here. The only unfortunate thing, let me actually turn off the music because I think that's a little loud. The only thing that kind of stinks about this video is that Dokkan kind of sucks at showcasing their own stuff. Like,
Yeah.
they kind of suck at showcasing like units and new features to the game because, as you can see, despite them being a level 259 account, they have no friends, and the only friends on their friends list are very low. And this guy's rank 856, and he's running an STR Golden Frieza lead. Okay. But anyway, basically they show off here that there's going to be a new button in the corner. So the button is this yellow button right here, right? I'm not sure what this orange button is. I'm assuming that's just the current refresh button, but they made it a little bit smaller because I don't think that they're going to get rid of a feature that they already have, right? So if we skip to here, right, so he clicks the yellow button, as you can see, and then this little menu pops up. Now, you probably are quite familiar with this menu. It's obviously the menu that you use whenever you're, like trying to search for Dokkan Awakening or just going through your box or trying to Dokkan Awaken a card like that you actually have the medals for, or, you're trying to train a card. Basically, it's the basic, like box organization system. And how it sort of works, I don't know why the video isn't playing, but I guess we can go through it frame by frame. Whoa, you okay over there, bud?
Hey, what, man?
You alright?
Sorry about that. I was scratching my ass.
Nah, it's okay.
That
Oh.
probably came out in the video really bad.
And now that's on YouTube. Good job.
Wait, what?
Anyway.
I'm so confused. Whatever.
Anyway. As you can see here, he selects STR because, I just had these memorized just because of the order there. STR, and then obviously you can see here, oh, now it wants to play. It organizes it to STR leaders. Now, like I said, they kind of suck at showcasing their own stuff. So when they actually, like click STR, here, let me actually back it up here. Please, there we go. When they actually select STR, only 3 cards show up, but, obviously they're showing you that STR comes up. And then, so they're selecting a category here. That category is Hybrid Saiyans. Then obviously you can see here it's a bunch of Trunkses and Gohans. Again, don't know why they don't have any friends and their friends suck. Their guest list anyway. I'm sure it's just because, it's their, what do you call it, like their test server or whatever.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Hybrid Saiyans comes up when you put that. And interestingly enough, it's kind of unclear when you pause it, but if we look here, there's actually a little thing that says on. So it actually shows you, when the actual like filter for your friends list is on. Now, something interesting about this is something that Kayvon kind of pointed out to me that I'm going to have him talk about, with the fact that even though this definitely helps filter your friends, you might still not be able to find the friend that you're looking for. And I hate that because I feel like every time we get something good, it's like, oh, there's an ultimatum. But go ahead and
Yeah,
explain.
I feel bad to be the bearer of bad news, but if you didn't know, like, how it's speculated how the current friend system works is that when you like end an event and start a new event or whatever, you're given a list. You're given basically 10 refreshes of the page before it starts repeating itself.
Mm-hmm.
So the only thing is, like, sure, this is nice to find specific types of friends, like if you need, like if you want to just like sort out the friends list, but the issue is basically going to be like it probably is also going to be if they keep it to that thing where like you only get 10 refreshes or like 10 lists, if you got what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
then sorting it by certain types only gonna technically lower the amount of friends you'll see, if that makes any sense.
Kinda, and it also doesn't necessarily mean that you're gonna find the friend that
Yeah,
you want,
because like if
because
nobody has a Kid Buu lead in the entirety of playing, everybody on that 10 list or whatever, unless they change it, then you're still gonna not find like a Kid Buu or whatever.
right, exactly. And like some of the more rare category leads on JP, whether it's, maybe Turles or, Super Saiyan 3 Bardock is even still kind of uncommon. Ultimate Gohan is still kind of uncommon.
Well, this could easily be fixed if they just change that one part of the friend list where it has a predetermined loadout of friends or guests in a way.
Can't you fix that by reloading the game though? I know that's kind of annoying, but
Yeah, you can, but that's not something you should have to do, if you know
right,
what I mean.
exactly. That should
Especially
be
with an
already in the
update
game.
like this.
Exactly.
I feel like if they just change that one part, this could change so much things. Instead of just having it a predetermined list every time you start an event,
Who
just make it
knows?
search worldwide.
Right.
Like, well,
Well,
worldwide,
Japan
quote
wide,
unquote.
but yes.
Yeah, quote unquote, you
But
get what I mean.
the other thing too is that I know other games have kind of had a problem with like this where there's like an integral part of the game that kind of needs to be changed, but like if they change it the whole game will break. So obviously I'm not a developer behind the scenes of this game, so I couldn't tell you if that's actually the case, but it could be possible that they actually like can't change the friend system just because of how it's actually made. I doubt that's the case, but that is a possibility to why they're only adding this filter and not actually updating how the physical system works, right? So that's just speculation on my part, though. But anyway, that's all we got. You got anything else you want to throw out about this before we head out?
Global Shaft, go play JP, etc., etc. No, I'm kidding. Expect this in Global for like maybe a month, 2 months.
And
Global
that
is pretty close to JP, so stop complaining, you pansies.
oh my gosh. Plus, too, keep in mind once in a while, some of these quality of life updates do come to global sooner than they came to JP. And I do want to let me explain that just like mini summary real quick. When we say something came sooner to global than it did to JP, we mean like the time gap because like usually there's like a certain like amount of time.
Big example, GSSR summons.
Right, exactly. Usually, there's a certain amount of time in between when something comes, from global, or excuse me, from JP and then it goes to global. But, obviously sometimes stuff comes sooner, like Kayvon just mentioned. The GSSR thing obviously came a lot sooner. Or you could use Bardock as the opposite example where it took it a really long time, or took the character a
Yeah,
long time to come to the game.
potential orb technically could
Right,
also be used.
that too.
Took a bit longer than it should have.
Right, exactly. So my point is that this could come very soon. Despite it just being added to JP, because this is obviously something that's
Yeah,
easy and is definitely a quality of life update that they could
that's something we'll never get from JP. Is that's card catalog. That's a real Global Shaft.
do. I mean, no one ever uses it anyway, but
I know, I'm kidding.
anyway. That's gonna do it for this video. That quote of Kayvon scratching his butt will now be on the internet forever, and I'll
That was
catch you guys.
scratching my. I said scratching my eyes. You. What do
Oh,
you hear?
I'll tell you after we're done. Let me know in the
Oh my.
comments if you heard what you think, what you're thinking, what I'm thinking. Anyway, catch you in the next one. Have a good 2 out. Peace.